Hello, everyone, and welcome to round number one for this modern daily event with this sweet value collected company deck, Abzan collected company, but not the same one that other people are playing, more just a value deck. So we end up winning the die roll, and we'll play first. And yeah, this hand is actually just a delight. We have turn two Courser, we have Abrupt Decay with Abrupt Decay, Path to Exile, and Eternal Witness, and a Birds and stuff. So. This is just a really, really strong hand against a lot of decks. And we'll start by... I'm just going to get a Temple Garden here. That way we have access to a white source in case something goes wrong with our bird. Which, if our bird dies here, this could be an awkward hand if we don't draw a land. And we're playing against Affinity. Okay. Opal Ornithopter, interesting. No land one time. No, no land, no other artifacts. One time. Oh, Nexus. Drum. Okay. More like everything. Okay. Jeez. Thoughtseize. Uh. Yeah, I think I Thoughtseize. Rather than just play one of these other things. Oh, and his hand's just all lands. That's ferocious. Alright. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna write down Glimmer Void, Darksteel, Citadel, and Blink Moth Nexus. And that sucks. Okay. So now I just want to decay this Ravager, I think, right now while he's tapped out. And I guess he can just put things on this Ornithopter if he wants to. And he's just going to put one counter on Ornithopter. Okay. I'm okay with that. That's fine. Like, I can beat a 1-3 Ornithopter. But, you know, some of these other things that could be problematic. Alright, so there's the Blink Moth Nexus. And another Ornithopter, which he can now use this Blink Moth to pump his Ink Moth, which is what he did. So, right, collected companies, sweet. Alright, let's go ahead and get Courser out there. That's not what we wanted to see. We wanted to see a land. And there's the Darksteel Citadel. So we know Glimmer Void's the only... he has one unknown card that he just drew, but other than that, it's Glimmer Void. Looks like he's just probably going to pump this, yeah, Inkmoth again. He's going to try to poison us out, which is sweet because we have this path, so not worried about getting poisoned out. Alright, hitting a land here would be phenomenal. Dang it. Alright. Because I want to be able to path his Nexus and then be able to witness back the path. And if I had drawn a land, we could path. It would be like easier to do that because like right now I'm incentivized to witness back this Windswept Heath, and then lose out on the rebuyability on path. And I think that I actually am gonna just do that. As awkward as it is to witness back a land, we're actually just gonna go ahead and do that because I don't want to draw that Scavenging Ooze either. And then he is not attacking with Ornithopter, which is sweet because I guess he's holding back against our to block our Courser. So I'm not even gonna bother to attack. Although I guess there's no downside in attacking there, but still. So now I can path that Nexus if I need to. I'm honestly content to keep taking it for a few more turns before I path it. It's only an issue if he draws another one. Although I guess if we do path it immediately, that makes our collected company better because if we hit another Eternal Witness, we can get back our path, which is a thing that could happen too. Our opponent is alright, so there's that Glimmer Void, so we don't know any cards left in our opponent's hand. Ink Moth, Ravager. I want to path this Inkmoth Nexus with this Ravager on the stack so it can't get sacrificed. So let's go ahead and fetch. Just gonna get a plane, so I don't want to take too much damage. This is really annoying that the stack is over top of my library. Alright, so we have Verdant Catacombs. And we'll path that Nexus. And Ravager is out there. And we'll take one. Draw Verdant Catacombs, Collected Company on top. I kind of want to draw that other Collected Company. And we're not under extreme duress right now. Like, our opponent can Ravager up one of these things and make it big, but we're not actually under that much pressure. I kind of want to also attack with Courser. If he sacks 4 things to his Ravager, he could sack 1, 2, 3, 4. Make it a 4/4 to eat our Courser. Like, I think I'm actually, well, I don't know, that might be loose. Let's just play another Courser. And play this and gain 2 life. Alright. I definitely want to draw this second company for sure, so. Well, that's bad news, Bears. Thoughtcast, not what we wanted to have happen. Welding Jar, yeah, that's actually fine, and another Blink Moth. No, that's. We don't really have flying creatures in our deck, so these Blink Moths are going to be super annoying, especially with a Welding Jar. We're going to need to just kind of path them out. Really, he's attacking with Ravager. Alright, well I'm gonna throw a bunch on this Ravager here, and if he wants to go ham, he can go ham on it. I'm actually perfectly fine with him just unloading on this Arcbound Ravager and kind of blowing up his board to do so. So we'll see what he wants to do. Like he has to have Galvanic Blast as his last card in hand, and then sack 4 artifacts if he to kill all of our guys. Uh-oh, blue mana. Oh, he's just pumping Blink Moth, sure. Let's see what he wants to do. Oh, he's probably gonna sack this to the Ravager. Wow, that's great news for us. That's what he wants to do. Okay, 2/2, 3/3. 4/4, sure. 5/5. 6/6. Yeah, this is actually really good for us here. It may seem bad, but I think that this is actually just a good thing. So now he has this giant Ravager, but like we have multiple collected companies coming in. Hmm. I want to leave this bird untapped though, because I might need to block with it. So rather than cast collected company, I'm gonna fetch first. So we'll just fetch a forest. Maybe there's a land on top, which there is, which is nice. Let's move the stack up here. Library here. Alright, so play the land. And I don't want a collected company, or I don't want to fetch before I company because I want to have access to fetch away whatever's on top of my deck after I company if I don't like it. Alright, so Scavenging use Eternal Witness, which are both great. And what do I want to get with this Witness? We have a Scholar on top of our deck. I'm probably going to fetch that away. And I'm just going to get a Path to Exile with our Eternal Witness. Let's see. Path to Exile. Yeah, we'll just get Path to Exile. Okay, and then I'm just going to fetch. I don't want Scholar, so we'll fetch right now to get a forest. Let's see what's now on top is a Goyf. I'm okay with a Goyf, I think. It's a 6/7. It's pretty good. Okay, so I think I just sit on this path actually. I don't think that I don't think that I blow it. Like I could path his Ravager now, but then he just gets this giant Ornithopter. And well, let's see. So if I path his Ravager now, he gets a giant Ornithopter. And if I knew that I had access to another path, that's fine because I can then or another decay because then I can just kill that Ornithopter. So it really depends on what this collected company does actually, but I think that right now I'm content to just take it for a while. We're gonna have some chump blockers, so there's a Citadel, there's a Blink Moth, and yeah, we're content to just play this kind of game. And I have to chump block this Ravager though. And that's it for him. So let's go ahead and eat this Arcbound Ravager out of his graveyard. And now I have to decide how I want to play this. So I think that I actually company in my upkeep since I know I'm hitting a Goyf and I can maybe draw something else. So just go ahead and do this. The old upkeep collected company. Okay, well that's not terrible. I don't think we need another ooze. One ooze is fine. I think it's just a Goyf Courser. And then let's see what we have after that. So birds is what we're drawing. We have another Courser on top. Okay. Okay. And here 6, 8. I kind of want to leave this, well, or leave like one of these back. Like probably leave this ooze back. And I want to block this Arcbound Ravager with like a million power of creatures. So either we leave the Courser back, which would be 10 power creatures. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 10 power creatures, or probably just leave that ooze back. So I don't want to lose my Courser. Well, I do have another one actually, so I guess I could be fine losing it. But we'll just do it this way and play another bird out. And I still want to leave open Path to Exile mana if I need to, because like he may just try to throw Ravager on something else. And there's another like throwaway artifact basically. Yeah, and he can't attack anymore. And now I can start exiling more creatures to gain life. And I don't want to exile all the artifacts though, because we have this giant Tarmogoyf. Alright, draw a Courser, and a top card of our deck's a Temple Garden. So let's see. Ooze, I have 1, 2, 3 creatures in my graveyard, but one of them will shrink the Goyf. So I can get up to a 7, so I think we can't really like attack right now. So I'm just gonna play another Courser and play this and gain 3 life. And now I can't attack, so I'm not going to. Just gonna sit back on defense. If he casts something like, now that we have this path though, we can actually, excuse me, we can actually path his Ravager and then path whatever he, ooh, cranial plating, okay. We can path his Ravager and then path whatever he like modulars onto next turn. And he has no cards in hand, cool. And he can equip plating at instant speed. I'm gonna force his hand by pathing this Arcbound. And now he can either put it on Blink Moth or Ornithopter. Making a giant Ornithopter. And now I can eat that Arcbound Ravager with my Scavenging Ooze. And my graveyard is 2 Eternal Witnesses and a Courser. And I'm going to eat one of the Eternal Witnesses, but I don't want to eat both because if I draw a Witness, I probably want to Witness into the other Witness. And I need to leave the Courser there because it's an enchantment for Tarmogoyf. That's the main reason for that. Okay, draw. Draw path. We have Thoughtseize on top. It's a dead card. But we can start getting super aggressive here. So let's go ahead and path this Ornithopter. And now he can activate Blink Moth Nexus and instant speed equip Cranial Plating to it, which will be 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. It'll become a 5/1. I think I'm okay with trading any of our creatures for that, so we'll just attack. Our squadron of 2/4s. Alright, here comes the Nexus. Here comes the instant speed equip, sure. And he can eat a Courser if he wants to, really. It's about all he can do. Or he can block a giant ooze. Sure, so 6. Well, he's probably actually dead. 12, 12, 14, 16. Yeah, he was dead if he didn't block there. Cool, so we'll just hit him down to 4 and pass the turn off. I love this card. It's great. Corsair Crucifix. Ooh, that's a thing. but he is just dead. So we'll draw our Thoughtseize. I'm not even going to play that Marsh Flats because I don't want to just give him any extra information about the things that are in our deck. Since he is dead. Sure. Alright. So we won the first game, and now let's see how we want to sideboard. So I want to bring in Fulminator Mage. I wish I could just put him off to the side. Alright, I want to bring in Fulminators. I want to bring in Lingering Souls. Stony Silence. I actually have a lot of cards for Affinity. And Zealous Persecution. So, I have to cut. Okay, so let's cut the 4 Thoughtseizes, since they're really bad against Affinity. Let's cut Tide Hollow Sculler, also really bad against Affinity. And, alright, so that's already like a giant number of cuts. I don't think Scavenging Ooze is good against them, but we have way too many. Like, if you look at our curve here, it's just all 3s. So we have Stonies, Zealouses. Alright, so I want to cut some of these 3s. So let's cut like at least 2 Coursers. Probably 2 Coursers, 1 Ooze. I could easily see us being like too slow, but just because even though we have all these amazing cards against them, it might be too slow to matter. But I think that's just how we're gonna play it. Let's see, Mind Sensor might be better than Courser because just because it's a flying creature that can block like Signal Pests and stuff. But we have Lingering Souls for that. And I kind of want to have access to like, I do want to draw like 1 Courser, so I think having 2 is fine. Alright, so we'll try this build against them and see how that works. Alright, well, this hand's really bad. I don't know. Like, I could see keeping or mulliganing this. I mean, we have mana, we have plays to make, but it's Scavenging Ooze, which just doesn't do anything. I'm actually going to mulligan this hand. Alright, well, this hand we can't keep. Let's go to 5. Okay. We'll keep this. So, maybe I'm not supposed to mulligan that hand, but we have so many blowout cards in the matchup that, like, I think mulliganing to a suitable blowout card is probably fine. So, and this 5-card hand is actually like good. I mean, it's not. We're gonna need to draw like a Persecution and our opponent's draw has not been good. So, I messed that up. I should have fetched. If he can now Whip Flare my Tarmogoyf. I don't know if he brings in Whip Flare against me, but I'll be really sad if he Whip Flares my Tarmogoyf. Okay, Vault Scourge. And an Etched Champion. How many artifacts is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Alright, Collected Company is a great draw. We can't attack because of Etched Champion, but we are going to be able to Abrupt Decay that Cranial Plating. And Thoughtcast is really annoying. Whew, double Thoughtcast, wow. That's no good. Oh well. We don't really have ways to kill Etched Champion. We just have to like be able to not care about a 2/2 that has protection from all colors. Another drum. So it looks like he drew a bunch of bricks off of his Thoughtcasts. I don't know, maybe he has like a couple of gas spells in his hand. Alright, sorry I had to pause the video for a second, but we're back and he's casting a Vault Scourge. So again, unless that last card in his hand is like a Cranial Plating, this isn't that bad for us. We can, especially if we draw something like a Zealous Persecution or whatever. We have this collected company as well to really hopefully find some sweet gas. We are at 20 life too, which is nice. Alright, let's see what he does. I guess he might have went. Oh wow, we only have 8 minutes left on our clock, so I actually have to play really fast. So, all right, so here comes an equip. Sure. So I'm gonna be playing at a pretty accelerated rate. All right, decay the cranial plating. And fetch away and get Overgrown Tomb. We have another white source in our hand, so that's the one we want to get. Birds. Um, I guess I'll cast the Collected Company first, just to see. So Ooze is not really. I kind of just want to get Fulminator Goyf. And then just start beating down. And now I have to decide if I want to blow this Fulminator or not. Like I can blow up an Ink Moth or a Blink Moth with it. I think I can. I think I'm content to just sit on it though, to be honest. The reason I played the Township here is because if I hit like Birds of Paradise, I can activate the Township next turn and maybe like play a tapped land like a Razorverge Thicket. It's like a really minor thing, but it could sometimes come up. And we're on the. Hopefully he doesn't have anything else that pumps his creatures, and this Goyf beatdown plan can win. I mean, it's certainly possible. We're not we're definitely behind though this game. But Tarmogoyf's a hell of a card. We could draw like a Stony Silence or something too. It's actually not insane against his board right now. Actually, Stony Silence just doesn't even do that much. But it does shut off a lot of future draws of his, so that's cool. Another Ornithopter, cool with it. Hopefully that last card is just a brick. Yeah, it sounds like it is. Jeez. He's just sending two Bolt Scourges. Sure. Draw. Another Fulminator Mage, that's cool. Alright, so let's play Plains to... You know, I actually kind of just want to blow up both of his Nexuses right now. I don't think that's right. So we'll just send the boys on in. He's going to activate Inkmoth Nexus. Huh, do I want to... I don't think I want to let him block, so we'll just blow it up right now before blocks. And just hit him for 5. This bird is actually phenomenal because we get to... We're going to be able to use this Birds of Paradise to, with Gavany Township, be able to block these Vault Scourges, which is sweet. You know, we're actually looking fine this game. Like, if he just doesn't draw... If he just doesn't draw, like, a Cranial Plating or an Arcbound Ravager or a Steel Overseer... I mean, he has a lot of good draws, but, like, if he just doesn't draw one of those things, like, we could very easily win this game. I'm wondering what that last card in his hand is. Like it might be a Galv Blast. He might be trying to finish off this Goyf. And Tarmogoyfs actually get pretty big against him. Okay, it's in there. I kind of just want to blow up this Blink Moth now to just kind of... Yeah, I'm just going to blow it up now. I don't know if that's right, but... I mean, it's probably wrong, but whatever. Just set him back a little bit. And... Probably just hit... Oh, wow, he's getting aggressive with that champion, too. Okay, that's an interesting line of play. There's a Signal Pest, okay. Well, that's actually pretty good for him. Huh. Am I just dead? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm not dead. But I can't crack this fetch. We'll see if he blocks. Doesn't block. And I was like I was a little bit short of killing him myself. Alright, so now, because I kind of think I have to block this Signal Pest. And this is not an lethal attack for him. So he might have to leave something back to not die to our Goyfs. So this is really interesting. This is a really good draw for him. Wasn't quite on the level of like a Ravager or something, but it was up there. Man, actually, honestly, it might have even been better than Ravager, but probably definitely not better than like Plating or whatever, where he would have just killed us with this thing. Sweet. If this is the attack, I'm really happy with this attack here. Yeah, he should get that guy in there too, 100%. 2, 4, 7. I'm gonna go to 3. Yeah, that's gonna be annoying to beat. We do have to rip. We have to draw something this turn. Because he gets to block our Goyfs, and he has a Nexus. I don't care about the Nexus though. He gets to block our Goyfs, and then we're dead to the two. We're dead to the Vault Scourges. Draw something. Heath, no. Okay. Well, these Goyfs aren't blocking, so send him in, and he's gonna block. All right. Well, we're gonna lose this game if he plays it right. If he attacks us with Vault Scourge, right, so block there and block there. Sure. I can't play this land or he knows I'm dead. And he might go for the kill anyway. We'll see if he goes for the kill. He does go for the kill. We're dead. So if we had drawn something there, though, he probably loses if he makes that attack. But maybe not. Depends on what he drew. Okay. Let's see. What do we want to change anything? I don't think I want to change. I think I'm happy with this setup. I think I'm good with it. That was a really close game. I thought we were really far behind, but he kind of just didn't draw like that much, but that Signal Pest was actually just enough to Xaxes us before we got him. But that was really close. We did mull to 5 though too, and we didn't draw like a hate card. We didn't draw a Stony, a Persecution, something like that. Alright, going into game number 3, but we get to be on the play, which is pretty enormous because of how fast Affinity gets out of the gates. And I feel like games that go long we're favored, so especially if we just see the card Stony Silence, like just see it. Seeing is believing, so If it's in our opening hand and we can cast it, we will not lose the game. It's possible to, but very, very unlikely. I've almost lost with a Stony Silence against them to Etch Champions, but it doesn't. Like, it's hard for them to even cast Etch Champion because their mana doesn't work. Alright. It's weird that we won game one against Affinity but lost game two. Usually it's the other way around. Alright, play first, yes. Okay. Keep. Alright, I don't want to take unnecessary damage, so I'll play it tap. This hand's not great, but we're always a Stony Silence away from glory. This is the kind of hand that can easily lose to Affinity. Blinkmoth, Ornithopter, Drum, Scourge, Ornithopter. Okay, at least this hand's like pretty mediocre. Huh. Well, I want to play the bird so I can company next turn. I kind of want to leave up open path, but I don't want to take just a million damage. I don't want to deal myself so much damage. This is really tough. Because like if he has plate, well he doesn't. He'd have to have another land. Land plating on that Scourge. I want to have path for it. I guess the line is just fetch a forest. Play bird. Okay, we'll do that. Be really sad if it doesn't pan out and we don't have to path here. And we only have 4 minutes left too, so I have to play fast, even if I'm playing wrong. Dark Steel. Oh, he has the plating, so he's probably putting on that Scourge. Now he's gonna put on Ornithopter. Well, I have to path this Ornithopter even though I don't want to. Because I just don't want to take... I want to take as few hits from Cranial Plating as I can. This needs to be a really good collected company. Like Fulminator, Eternal Witness, or something. Our opponent is taking sweet time. Okay. Alright, well, I don't care about him gaining a lot of life, so I just want to take as little damage as possible. He can, like, next turn he can just put it on this thing and gain a bunch of life, but whatever. It does suck that he can actually find an island with this path, though. But I'm glad we got to actually use it, so it didn't hurt us too bad. And I'm main phasing this because we might hit things like Fulminator Mage, which we did. Huh, so Fulminator and... Birds actually? Like, Bird actually might be the best thing. Because we can start... like, activating Township to just, like, trade off with these flyers. And I definitely want the Fulminator to blow up this Blinkmoth, though. But yeah, I think that Bird is actually just better than a Tarmogoyf for a Scavenging Ace. And I'm just going to do that right now and not even bother. Alright, we're on the Township. Our Bird's to trade with this guy's plan. Uh, or draw Zealous Persecution, or draw Stony Silence, or whatever. Are also plans that we can have. At least he doesn't have like a whole lot of artifacts right now. It could very quickly change, but this is gonna be this is gonna be a fight. We need to draw Lingering Souls is what we need to draw. Lingering Souls. Dang it! Stop having Thoughtcast. That's not good. There's a Glimmer Void. Cool. Glimmer Void's it. No! Stop drawing Thoughtcast. We might have to take two. Okay, he's putting on Scourge. That's great. Because the next turn we can trade a bird for a Scourge. And then the turn after we can trade a bird for an Ornithopter. Like if he's just not doing that much. Ugh. It's gonna be a hard one. Unless we draw something. We have a lot of good draws though. Come on, Lingering Souls. Come on, Lingering Souls. Oh, Lingering Souls. He still has 4 cards in his hand, that's scary. At this rate, he might time out. I mean, we have far less time than him, but he is taking a lot of time. I'm taking my time deciding on decisions. I don't think he's deciding on anything right now. Come on, Lingering Souls. Please. Let me draw a Lingering Souls. Or any card, really, for that matter. I'll take drawing anything. Just even advancing to my draw step would be pretty great. Okay, well, Razorverge Thicket, probably the worst possible draw. Um, kind of feel like I still have to play this Overgrown Tomb so that in case we draw like something else. I mean, we have birds, but I don't want to like rely on those. Oh, play the Overgrown Tomb. Oh, not a good draw. Not a good draw. If he has Whip Flare, the game's over. I'll just throw that out there. Game is a 100% over if he has the card Whip Flare. If he has nothing, well, we can trade with his Vault Scourge. No, no! Why do you have to have it? Ugh, our draw was not good. We did not draw Stony Silence, or Persecution, or Souls. Because there's still time to draw Lingering Souls, but man. Okay, path. Guess path is a thing that will let us survive a turn. I don't know what he is doing over here. Does he have like Spell Pierce in his deck or something? Another cranial plating. Well, we're dead. Yeah, I can path his Scourge, but he's just going to move the plating over to the Ornithopter. It's a really frustrating way to go. I think our deck is actually phenomenally good against Affinity, and we even won game one, which is the bad game. And then these games just went very poorly. Uh, oh well. All right, well that was round one. Hopefully you stick around for round number two, and hopefully it goes better for us.